What is good, guys? It's G Miners here. The Pardon Our Dust is a brand new kinetic grenade launcher with the perk Autoloading Holster. This is super important as this is the only GL in the kinetic slot that has this perk as one of its random rolls. Breach loading GLs, otherwise known as special grenade launchers, have quickly become one of the top options when going into endgame content such as day 1 raids. The weapons have high ammo reserves, are good at taking out large groups of enemies, and most importantly, enable players to briefly blind almost all enemies with a single shot. The biggest downfall to this weapon type is the fact that they are predominantly single shot weapons, requiring a sometimes lengthy reload between each shot. Even with additional perks that increase reload speed, the time spent reloading is always going to be downtime when enemies are pushing you and you are not dealing damage. The solution to this issue is Autoloading Holster. By having autoloading on a special GL, there is essentially no period of time when you are not shooting at enemies. This perk allows players in endgame content or even content of regular difficulty to continuously control large groups of adds and continue to damage with other weapons while waiting for autoloading to reload your stowed weapons. Essentially, zero downtime. The Pardon Our Dust now allows players to easily farm for autoloading rolls that can be used in the kinetic slot. Prior to the release of this weapon, if players wanted a special GL with blinding nades and autoloading holster, the only options were in the energy slot. Pardon Our Dust now increases the variability of loadouts, allowing players to run energy primaries while still having an autoloading GL. When it comes to a god roll, the two main perks that you will want on this weapon are going to be Autoloading Holster and Demolitionist. For the grenade types, blinding nades will be a necessity in endgame content, and I also like to shoot for proximity nades as a secondary option. The best launch perks are going to be Quick Launch if you prefer increased handling, or Volatile Launch if you want increased blast radius. Quick Launch is my preferred launch type. Lastly, for a Masterwork, I again would prefer handling, but in my opinion, Masterworks make little to no difference on a weapon's performance, especially in PvE, so this won't make or break a god roll. When it comes to endgame activities, perks like Rampage and Adrenaline Junkie will not be as easy to maintain. Vorpal Weapon will also not help you on this weapon, as you will be using this grenade launcher against rank and file enemies, or to just blind majors and ultras. Similar to most weapons this season, you can acquire new rolls through the weapon chest in Xur's treasure hoard. Each time you open the chest, it requires a single treasure key. These keys are rewarded for successful completions of the Dares of Eternity 6-man activity, or can be purchased from the horse in the treasure hoard for 10 strange coins each. Let me know if there are more weapons you would like to see endgame god rolls for, and don't forget to subscribe to see when I post these videos. Peace.